Make your way to lie supine on the floor. If you need a bolster or a small anti-burst ball, have it handy. We're going to be doing some supine twisting to open up our outer hips and side body. So come to lie on your back. Allow your spine to settle in on the floor. Stretch your legs out long. When you're ready, hug your dominant knee into your chest, trying to extend your low back down, keeping some space between the low back and the floor, and start to cross that thigh over the body, taking it to the other side. You can prop something under it if it doesn't make contact with the floor, opening your arms to a T. Keep your head on the ground, though, and just turn your head in opposition of that knee. So make sure the prop is under your knee, not under your head. You want that head to turn away from the knee, stretching here. Inhale and exhale. Keeping the belly pulled in. Inhale laterally into the rib cage and upper back. Tug up on the muscles that stop your stream of pee and sigh out your exhale. Keep that going. Inhale and exhale. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. 1 more. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale that leg back up, bracing your abs, and exhale to slide it out long on the floor. Point the toes of both feet. Inhale, lift the opposite leg up to knee flexion, crossing the body on your exhale, plugging the shoulders down, reinforcing some lumbar extension with the belly pulled in. Now breathing laterally like an opera singer into the rib cage. Inhale and exhale the air out. Again, inhale and exhale. So at no point do you push the belly out. You keep it firm as if you were going to be punched in the gut. Brace the abdominal wall. Send the oxygen to the upper back and side body, redirecting the air so that you can take a tug up once the air's in on the pelvic floor. And you can give me an ocean-like sound on those exhales. Soften the facial muscles, the sternum. And on your next inhale, bring that thigh back up and slide the leg out long on your exhale. We're going to grab our third to lightest loop band in the YouniquelyFit kit. That's our red loop band. We're going to bring it around our wrist and come back down to our supine lying position on our back. Hold the arms out in line with your chest, plugging the shoulders down with the band around your wrist. Pull out on it a bit just to engage your scapular stabilizers. Bring your legs into a butterfly position on the ground so the knees open like a book out to the side. I want you to lift one leg up into butterfly and keep the other on the floor. We're going to take the arms pulling out on the band overhead as we tap that heel that's of the leg that's lifted down. And we're going to lift the leg and arms back up on our inhale. So lift them up, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, lower them, 2, 3, 4. Fight for the shoulders staying down, neutral pelvis, belly engaged. Inhale to lift and exhale to lower. Pointing the toes, deep point, plantar flexion in the feet. That'll help combat that supination, working the feet and ankles. Good. Watch out for sickling so you don't want your point to turn inward. Point from the arch of the foot and get all the toes pointing equally. Great. And keep that going. Give me 2 more. Down, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, lift. 2, 3, 4. Belly tight. Lower. Lengthen the torso. Let the inner thigh pull the leg down. Pulling out on the band, palms facing in, shoulders plugged down. Inhale, lift it up. Lower the leg only and switch legs. Arms can stay stationary. Plug the shoulders down. Reinforce some upper back imprinting, thinking about your breastbone, front ribs reaching for your back ribs, and pushing the back body into the floor. Frankenstein arms, and let's go on the other side. Leg and arms lower at the same time on your exhale. You inhale them back up slowly. Keeping a nice steady 4 count on the breath. Exhale, lower. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, lift. 2, 3, 4. Really pull that pelvis down towards the bottom of your mat as you lift the arms and leg back up. Feel the inner thighs engaging to lower that leg. Point the toes. Gaze soft. You can also close your eyes if that helps relax you a little bit. Just don't check out with the abdomen here. Keep the belly pulled in. We've got another 10 seconds. You've got this. Exhale, lower. Inhale to lift. One more. Take it down. 2, 3, 4, and lift it up. 2, 3, 4. Great. Set those props to the side. We're going to flip around into a side plank. So we're actually going to do a side plank that's modified on our forearm. You won't need any of your props. Roll to your dominant arm first. Take the other hand behind your head to start. Fetal position. So knees are bent, pelvis is in a little extension. Pull the belly in. On your inhale, send your hips up into the air, keeping a neutral pelvis. Hold the hips up. Hold them up. Stretch that arm overhead. Reach it overhead for a side body stretch. Hold it here. Inhale 1. Breathe. Exhale 1. Inhale 2. Go into 3. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. Sweep the arm back down to the hip as you lower the pelvis to the floor. As you lift up, sweep the arm overhead. Taking it back up. Next set. Hold it up. Inhale 1. Breathe. Exhale 1. If the head needs support, you can rest the hand behind the head and you can lean the head into it like the head's in a hammock. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale and exhale, lower down. Rolling to our second side. We'll do some extra repetitions to balance out the body on the second side. Find the good position, the proper position first. Neutral pelvis, belly tight, knees bent, toes pointed and legs stacked. Sweep the arms slowly overhead as you send the hips up without rounding your low back. Plug the shoulders down. Imagine my hands on your shoulder blades. Try to bring your front ribs, sternum, breastbone towards my hands. Close off that rib cage, but pull in the abs. Tug up on the muscles that stop your stream of pee. Slowly lower yourself back down to the mat. Tap the hips down. 2 more sets. Inhale to lift. Hold it up. Support the head if you need to, leaning the head back into the hand. Take the gaze a little higher than eye level. Collarbone wide. Front ribs reaching for the back ribs. Lower yourself down. And last set, you've got this. Take it up when you're ready. Inhale, pick the hips up. Hold them up. And stay up. Exhale. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. 1 more breath. Inhale. And exhale, lower down slowly. Come to sit on your mat. Grab your small anti-burst ball and place it between your inner thighs. Flex your feet and dig your heels into the floor. Sitting up tall. Hold on to your shins for a second and give me cow position with your pelvis. So extend your tailbone back towards the bottom of the mat. Pull your low belly in. We're going to hinge back halfway, taking our hands into a mudra position. So the palms up, thumbs and pointer fingers together. Hinging halfway back. Once we get back, we're going to open the arms and twist to one side. Open the arms out to a T, both arms out to a T in your twist, and then we're just going to pulse up. 2, 3, 4. We'll pause on our inhale. Exhale, pulse up. 2, 3, 4. Pause, inhale. Exhale, pulse up. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, center, and lift yourself back up. Grab your shins, arch your back, find your cow position. Extend, 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 extend. And now we'll twist in the other direction. Hinge back halfway. Exhale the air out. Inhale, twist, opening the arms. Exhale, pulsing up. 2, drive from your center. 3, 4, pause. Inhale, brace the abs. Tip the tailbone back. Exhale, pulse. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, pause. Tip the tailbone back. Exhale, pulse. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, center, and back up. Bring the hands to the shins, arch your back, send your tailbone back, 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 back. Great. So you're going to come to lie on your back now, and I want you to place your hands, palms down under your thighs and butt cheeks. We're going to puff the chest up, and we'll have our elbows and digging into the floor, resting on the crown of our head for fish pose. So with the hands under the butt cheeks and thighs, go ahead and dig the elbows in. lifting your head up and your chest, tipping the chin back, opening up the throat so the top of the head is on the floor, and push the elbows into the floor. Hold it here. Inhale 1, throat opener here. Exhale 1, opening up the upper fibers of the rectus abdominis, your abdominals. Inhale. And exhale. Just one more breath here. Inhale. I want to hear you say hum. Sigh that out with your throat chakra open. Great work. Coming out of that slowly. We're going to move on to some back work. I'd like you to flip onto your stomach. Bring your hands right by your chest. Both hands by the chest. Elbows pinching into the side of the body, shoulders plugged down. Pull the belly off the floor. Plug the shoulders down and lift halfway up. So don't straighten the arms completely. Lift halfway up, engaging the triceps and posterior delts. Hold it here. Inhale. And exhale, turn the head. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn the head. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, center. And exhale, turn your head. 2, 3, 4. Lower yourself down to the mat. Good. Wag your hips side to side for a little release. Wag those hips. And one more set when you're ready. Press up. Triceps hugging in. Plug the shoulders down. Upper back extension here in. So Cobra pose. Turn the head. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, center. Plug the shoulders down. Belly tight. Pelvic floor muscles lifting. Turn the head. 2, 3, 4. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. Turn your head. 2, 3, 4. Climbing onto your hands and knees for cat and cow. Arch the back. Exhale. Arch the back and inhale. So arch up and inhale. Tailbone up. Chin lifted. And exhale, round. Tucking the pelvis under, gazing through the legs. And inhale to arch. Tip the tailbone up. Brace the belly. And exhale, round. Good. Give me 2 more. And arch. Good. Pull the abdomen in and round. Lift up on the pelvic floor. And last set. Arching up. And rounding. Make your way back onto your stomach for up dog pose. So we went halfway up with Cobra. Now we're going to go all the way up. Try to not lock your elbows if you have hyperextension. Very important. This should feel great on the back if your abs are braced. So the belly in, that lift of the pelvic floor. Go ahead and lift up to up dog pose. Hands by the chest. Elbows microbent. Shoulders plugged down. Gaze a little higher than eye level. The thighs can lift up for a deep stretch in the hip flexors. Hold. Inhale 1. Breathe. Tops of the feet on the ground. Pointed toes. Inhale 2. Exhale 2. Inhale 3. Exhale. Lower yourself back down to the mat. One more set and we'll add our head turns for this final set. Plug the shoulders down. You have this. Take it up when you're ready. Inhale to lift. Thighs can come up. Tops of the feet are resting on the floor. Exhale. Turn the head. 2, 3, 4. Inhale at center. Pull the belly in. Tug up on those muscles. Exhale. Turn the head. 2, 3, 4. And one more. Inhale. And exhale. Turn your head. 2, 3, 4. Lower yourself down slowly. Climb back onto your hands and knees. This time I want you to hold cow pose for 5 breaths. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Arch the back, tip the tailbone up, but pull the belly in. So cow pose, looking up at the ceiling. Hold cow pose for 5 breaths. Inhale 1, breathe. Exhale 1, microbend in the elbows. Inhale 2, gaze up at the ceiling. Exhale 2, stretch the eyes and the sockets. Inhale 3. Exhale 3, low belly keeps reaching for the spine. And exhale, one more breath here. Inhale. And exhale. From here, I'd like you to grab your third to heaviest loop band in the YouniquelyFit kit, our blue loop band. You're going to bring it above your elbows. So it's going to feel a little funny, but you'll pull out on it when we are in a plank pose. So I want you to come to a regular plank position with that loop band above your elbows. Now, if you have any back issues, keep your legs hip distance apart. Otherwise, you can bring them together. So find a plank Remember, long as a board. Make sure the booty isn't higher than the upper back. I want you to puff the upper back up like it's reaching for the ceiling, engaging your serratus anterior. Imagine my hands on it. You're puffing that upper back up, low belly tight. Hold it here. Inhale. And exhale. Tap your chest down into that band, doing a tricep push-up. And inhale back up to your plank. Exhale, tap the chest down into the band. And inhale back up into your plank. Give me 2 more of those. Exhale down. Inhale, lift. Lengthen the pelvis towards the heels. And exhale down. Inhale, lift. Good. From here, lower onto your knees. Take that loop band off. And I want you to extend opposite arm and leg out for a pointer dog position. So opposite leg and arm out in your all fours position. Point the toes of the lifted leg and hold it out for 3 breaths. Isometric hold, point the toes, straight back leg, straighten it. Inhale 1, breathe. Exhale 1, get the arm up as high as the head. Make sure it's not, yes, and puff the upper back up, pull the low belly in. Neutralize your pelvis. See if you can get your pelvis squared to the floor, bony protrusions of the hips facing the floor. Tug in and up on the lower abs. Lower those limbs down and switch sides. So go ahead and switch, pointing the toes, holding it out. Inhale 1, breathe. Exhale 1. Inhale 2, straighten that leg. Exhale 2, point the toes. Inhale 3. Exhale 3 and lower it down. 1 more time on each side. You're doing great. Keep your chin lifted, shoulders plugged down. Keep thinking about hands on the shoulder blades. Puff the upper back up. Use your upper back here. Low belly tight. Top of the foot is relaxed on the floor. Toes are pointed evenly. And next exhale, bring it in. Second time on the second side. Stretch it out. Hold it out. Inhale 1, breathe, building up that strength. Exhale 1, lift the chin. Inhale 2. Exhale 2, firm your abdomen. Inhale 3. Exhale 3. And come on out of that. Make your way to lie on your side with your dominant hand closest to the floor. We're now going to do a side plank. Now this is a regular side plank, not a forearm plank. So we're up on the hand. Turn the fingers in a direction that feels good for your body. So all the way up on your hand in a side plank. The arm's going to sweep up as it did before overhead. All the way overhead as you send your hips up. You can stay in the fetal position, but today with level 3, I'd like you to try to straighten your legs and keep them stacked on top of one another. That's going to be our progression. Point the toes. We'll hold at the top for 3 breaths. Take it up when you're ready. Inhale, lift it up. Hold it up. Exhale that air out. Stay up. Inhale. Brace the abs and exhale. 1 more breath here. Inhale. And exhale, lower it down. Good. Roll to the other side. We're going to keep going back and forth so you don't fatigue on one side. So let's do the other side now, taking it up. Inhale, lift it up. Arm comes overhead. Stack those feet, point those toes. Exhale, hold. Inhale. And exhale. And 1 more breath up. Inhale, hips high, low belly tight. Exhale, lower yourself down. Roll back to the first side. Last time on the first side. You're doing great. Watch out for locking out in the elbow joint. If you're feeling all the weight in that arm, you got to distribute the weight better. So you got to lengthen your pelvis towards your feet to take some of that weight down and to push down into that foot that's on the ground. Point the toes. You've got 2 points of contact with the floor. So the weight needs to be even between them. Inhale and exhale the air out. 2 more breaths here. Stay up, stay high. Inhale. Focus the eyes a little higher than eye level. Exhale. 1 more breath. Inhale. And slowly lower yourself down with control. Roll to the other side. Final side plank. You are going to have a strong back and a strong core. Stack the legs. Option to go into that fetal position if the leg stack is too much. Point the toes and take that top arm overhead. If the neck is straining, that hand can go behind the head. Inhale up. Brace the abs and exhale. Gaze soft, higher than eye level. 1 more breath, pelvis high. Inhale. And lower yourself down slowly. Exhale. Good. Sitting comfortably. Roll your shoulders back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job. Moving into lower body work, we're going to do a hamstring stretch. Grab your third to heaviest Theraband. That's our green Theraband in the YouniquelyFit kit. You can also use a towel, yoga strap, or any band you have. Lie on your back. Lie all the way down on your back for a supine hamstring stretch. Option, if your hamstrings are very tight, to place a bolster, block, pillow, or the anti-burst ball under your head as a cushion. And let's go ahead and start with our dominant leg, lifting it up slowly, wrapping the center of the band around the arch of the foot so that you have nice leverage. What I want you to be mindful of here, I know the goal is to stretch the hamstring, but it's also to reinforce proper pelvic position. Take one hand, and you're only going to hold the band with one hand. The other hand's going to go under your low back. There should always be a mouse hole between your low back and the floor. You've taken the leg too high and too high for your body at this point in time, and you're going to keep reinforcing bad posture if you tuck your pelvis to get the leg up. So you got to find that neutral position. That's why we have the band. So you can be holding the end of the band. The leg can be all the way at 30 as long as your pelvis is in the neutral position. So the foot is flexed, maximizing the stretch in the calf complex as well as the central hamstrings. Hear your breath. Another 15 seconds here. Upper back imprinting, facial muscles soft, chest relaxed. And you can play around with bending and straightening the knee if the joints are bothering you, if holding it is too intense. Okay, on your next exhale, lower that down and switch sides. Setting up on the second side. Now, after 30 seconds, if you're feeling like you've done a good job on this side and you've gotten it to a great point and you want to go back to your dominant leg for a little more attention, feel free to do so. But we are going to be here for a minute. We spend a full minute on postural muscles to increase range of motion and prevent injuries. Whenever we release a muscle, it's different than a stretch. A release is a muscle that we've worked strength-wise, and we want to release it so you're not sore the next day, but it doesn't need a full minute because it's already a loose muscle in your posture. It's a muscle that needs more strength. So it all makes sense if you think about it. Your strong muscles are your tight muscles because you're using them too frequently. So our goal is to get you to perfect posture where you're balanced and you're using all muscles efficiently and driving from your center, your core. So another 20 seconds here. Use it as you will. Breathing into the stretch. And keep reinforcing that pelvic position. One hand under the low back. Where's that mouse hole? Have you lost it? All you have to do is pull the belly in and tip your pelvis down, initiating from the lower abs. 5 more seconds. On your next exhale, bend the knee and set that band to the side. We're moving into a down dog now that our hamstrings are open. We'll get deeper into the calves as well as the hamstrings and incorporate our back since it's warmed up. What I need you to do first is grab your third to heaviest loop band and bring it around your upper arms. This is going to allow you to feel the adductors of the arms. When you push down with your hands in down dog, you should not only be pushing down, but you should be pulling out, as if you're trying to split your yoga mat in half. The band, having the band on, lets you feel the muscles it takes to pull out, to push down and pull out. So with that loop band above the elbows, you're going to come into your inverted V shape, the down dog position. Watch out for your pelvic position. I want the knees very bent if you can't neutralize your pelvis. So if you look between your legs and you're rounding your low back, you need to bend your knees more to tip the tailbone up. Once we're up, I want you to push your forehead into the band around your upper arms, engaging your neck flexors. So once you're up in your down dog, your inverted V, push the forehead into it. And then on your exhale, you're going to pedal the heels, stretching out those calves. We'll inhale, push the forehead into the band, neutralizing the pelvis. Exhale, pedal the heels. 2, 3, 4. Inhale, push the forehead into the band, neutralize your pelvis. Exhale, pedal the heels. 2, 3, 4. Again, inhale, push the head into the band. Exhale, pedal the heels. 2, 3, 4. And one more inhale. And exhale, pedal. 2, 3, 4. Lower those knees down. That's intense. Set the band to the side. Grab a bolster. We're moving into pigeon pose. In an effort to keep your back safe, I'd like you to come to pigeon pose from a kneeling position. So start in a kneeling position as if you were going to propose. Have that bolster handy right by the side of your front leg, because it's going to go up under your front leg's butt cheek as you take that front leg down into a right angle, and the foot can come in towards the groin or it can be out in line with the front of your mat. So as you come down onto that hip, you're going to straighten your back leg out, getting deep into your piriformis glute med. Sit up tall. Don't fold forward quite yet. Pull your core in, bring the hands by the side of the body. If you need yoga blocks in your hands on each side to push down into the floor because you can't touch the floor because of flexibility, do that. Square your pelvis. Breathe here. Inhale 1, breathe, sitting up tall. Exhale 1, shoulders plugged down. Inhale 2, exhale 2, inhale 3, exhale 3. Now, on your next exhale, brace your abs, walk it forward into your stretch. Walk it forward, folding over, pulling the low belly in. Pelvic articulations here. So your cow pose, you're going to tip your pelvis back, bracing your abs on your exhale. Inhale, neutralize it. Exhale, brace the abs, tip it back. Inhale, neutralize it. And one more time. Exhale, tip it back. And inhale, neutral. Climbing back up and pushing back onto all fours, rising up onto your knees. Take the bolster, place it to the other side. Come into your kneeling position. And then you're going to place the block under the butt cheek. Line your front shin up with the mat or bring the ankle towards the groin, depending on your flexibility. Either is fine. Just make sure that front foot is pointed. The toes are pointed. You can also dorsiflex it, but pointed would be better for your posture. Back leg is straight. The top of the foot is on the ground. Toes are pointed. This is going to reinforce some plantar flexion. Sit up tall. Bring blocks into your hands or books if you need them to push down into the floor. Plug the shoulders down. Gaze up a little higher than eye level. One more breath here. Inhale. And exhale, walking out into your fold, opening up that outer hip. Go, 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 go. Square your pelvis to the front of the mat. Pull the low belly in. Inhale, neutral pelvis. Exhale, pelvic articulation like cow pose on all fours. Arch the back. Inhale, neutral pelvis. Exhale, pelvic articulation. One more time. Inhale, neutral pelvis. Brace those abs. And exhale to arch. Climbing back up onto your hands and your knees. 2 cat-cows here. Arch the back. Inhale. Exhale, round, gaze through the legs. And inhale, arch, look up at the ceiling. And exhale, rounding. We're going to make our way up to stand. I want you to grab your small anti-burst ball and place it between your inner thighs. You can stand profile to me so I can see your form as we work on our squats. Let's do our first set with our hands on our hips, thumbs on the bony protrusions of the hips, fingers pointing down to the floor. Ball between the inner thighs. Make sure it's in a good position to where you can squeeze and not lose the ball. What I want you to do is no movement on the inhale. Just feel your pelvis reaching for your heels, lengthening your side body and obliques. And exhale, sit back into a squat. Hands on the hips for the first set. Sit back into a chair pose, Utkatasana. Hold it here. Inhale, neutral pelvis, squeezing in on the ball. Exhale from your abs, tip your tailbone back a little. Inhale, neutral pelvis, squeeze in on the ball. Exhale, arch the back a little, staying at the bottom of our squat. Inhale, neutral pelvis. And exhale, arch the back. And inhale, stand up, feeling your pelvis pulled down towards the floor as you stand up tall. This time, sweep your arms overhead for our final set. So float those arms overhead into shoulder flexion. As you sit back on your exhale, hold it back. Inhale, neutral. Exhale, pelvic extension like cow pose. Inhale, neutral. Get back. Use those inner thighs. Exhale, extension. Shoulders plugged down. Gaze higher than eye level. Inhale. Exhale, arch. And inhale, standing up, feeling your pelvis pulled down towards the floor. Set that ball to the side. Come to the top of your mat. And roll those shoulders back again for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Great job.